Hi, Michelle here. Day 13. One day to go. That's because I don't have 13 fingers, so I can't hold up 13. Yeah, one day to go. Frankie put up a great video. And it's she managed to incorporate the Christmas season with her video, which is really cool. So I was really impressed. So well done, Frankie. That's awesome. We even listened to it while I was preparing breakfast this morning, and Simon thought it was great too. So it was really cool. Not seen a lot of things from everyone else, and I'm assuming it's because you're busy. Like, oh, this is on my desk today. It's one of my jobs that I sit down and start writing out some of my Christmas cards, and of course all the other things I've had to do too. Which is, I know I haven't created much more myself, so I can't tell you off too much. But anyway, it's a mad time of year now. What are you doing? I assume you're doing some Christmas things, but are you still staying in touch with your business? I do hope you are. I hope you've got some kind of system where you're making sure you're doing just one thing each day in your business to keep the momentum going in the right direction. Because otherwise, after the holiday season, it becomes quite difficult to jump back in and get started again. So the best thing to do is to do a little bit of something every day. It doesn't have to be the blog challenge. Obviously, if you create a blog, write a little bit every day, go and create a few images, that's going to improve your business as well. But I'm sure there are other things that you do in your business that make your business happen. It might be how you get your money, whether it's writing, or for me at the moment, I do quite a bit of social media for people as well as coaching. So I have a lot of things that I have to do irrelevant of whether I promote my business or not. The problem is, and this is what people find, is that they're so busy running their business that business after a while can run out, can dry up, which is quite common. You know, you lose a client here, you lose a client there, somebody says, "Oh, we don't need you anymore to do this," or something, and then you turn around and you're suddenly not so busy because you haven't been doing any, promoting of your services or your product out there. And you kind of got to start from scratch, and that hurts, which is why things like this challenge, where you regularly do something that promotes your business, you try and fit it in, are so valuable. Hello, Frankie. Really impressed with your video, by the way. I just talked about it a minute ago. Wow, there's 3 people on. That's crazy. That's like a record for this time. Last couple of challenges, I could get 10 people at a time. Now I've got 3. I'm so excited. Anyway, on the actual live bit, I see most people watch it later, so that's kind of good. Anyway, yeah, so do think a bit about that. If you're not doing something that's pushing your business forward, that's promoting it, you might wake up one day and most of your clients are gone, or your business dries up, and it's because you're not continually putting forward what it is you do to people, so do for people, what your business is. So it is important that you put in place systems and steps where this is happening regularly. So things like this challenge, for example, and this is just an idea, you could do 6 months of the challenge, and then you could create enough marketing assets for each of those 6 blog posts, and then you could put it in buffer over a 6-month period, and then you could just work for the next 6 months. And then if you wanted, because, for example, say the blog posts that you did were evergreen, you could just recycle them. You don't even necessarily need to write any more blog posts. I would suggest it's actually a good idea to continue to write them, because it builds that foundation I talk about all the time, builds your business website into a really solid foundation. It makes it wide but also very targeted. So because what you write about, if you use all the things we talk about in the first week of the challenge, the blog posts that you write will actually have more likely to get some kind of traction, and then they're targeted to the people who you want to be your clients or your customers in the future. So doing something like that regularly, where you're growing your website, is pretty important. But you could just rerun that 6 months again. So you could do it for 6 months, put it all into buffer, schedule it out, and then just schedule it out again for another 6 months. So maybe you could have 6 months off every year of actually promoting your business in this way. You might want to do a few other things, but at least you would know there were things going out, that your business was being promoted even if you weren't sitting at the keyboard doing it as it was happening, which is what so many of us fall into the trap of doing. So when on the times when we don't have any time, like now, we suddenly find ourselves, we're not promoting our businesses in January, in December, and that kind of falls into January a little bit, or we don't have any customers in January because we didn't do much in December. And so if you can set up some systems where at these really busy times there are still things happening for you, you'll be golden. It'll be awesome. So, that's one of the big valuable things that I hope that this challenge will actually teach you, is to set these kind of things in place so that in the future you won't have those times where you have nobody coming to your door, because you'll still be promoting it even if it's done automatically based on work that you did before. So that's enough ranting. What I did realise is that I've been so busy that I've been forgetting to update the emails. So you probably haven't been getting any emails from me to remind you that I'm coming on our live. I also forgot to update the buffer, I realised this morning. So I ran in and threw up the I'm on now. So the last 2 or 3 days, I've dropped the ball because I've been so busy. In the past, I've got pretty much all of those things done at the start of the challenge. I've set up all of the emails ready to go out. And I've set up all of those buffer images that go into the Facebook group ready to go out as well. So they've all been done ahead of time. But I just didn't have the time, and I really should have given it to like a staff member to do or something. But I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And so I was busy doing it in the last couple of challenges. But this time, for all of, these reasons, I've been too busy. So I just didn't get to it. So I am sorry if that's something that you look forward to seeing, is some of those posts or that email that says, come and join me on Facebook, on the live. But anyway, doesn't matter. I'm here now. Now there is something I did want to check while I was live, and that was one of the people that I do work with was saying that Facebook were bringing in the ability to have more than one person on at one time. But I don't see anything on my screen, and excuse my finger coming over there. I'll put that up. No, I think I did play with it in the first one, didn't I, with the different filters, and now I could write on the screen and stuff. So I can write on the screen. That's not that exciting. I'll clear that. And I could do the different, change the... But I can't see some of the other things that even they said we had. Oh, black and white's kind of cool, isn't it? And that one's pop. Anyway, back to normal. So, I can't see anything that says, bring somebody else in. Oh, my phone's going to fall over now. I've been playing with it. There we go. So, anyway, maybe next year, in 2017, maybe we can do something then. Let's see if I can turn it off. Maybe it'll be available and we'll be able to have multiple... we can have more than just me to look at. I can talk to you face to face, which is awesome. It's what I like to do. All right. Any questions? It seems to be my standard thing. If you've got any questions, please do ask. Frankie also suggested in the Facebook group that we postpone the $50 because it doesn't look like anybody's chasing it anyway at the moment. You're all so busy that even $50 isn't going to be enough to bribe you into taking some action in your own business. So, or this action in your business. You hopefully are taking other action in your business. So we could probably do that, but let me know. Give me your opinion in the Facebook group and we'll see what you think. Otherwise, as Frankie said, maybe, I could use it. But the reality is I would just put it into next year's first challenge in January, the start of a whole new year, which I guess will be a bit of a theme then as well. Anyway, so let me know. Any questions, anything? Otherwise, I have Christmas cards to fill out and lots of those kind of things. Not to mention, so I'm going away for 2 weeks, just to bore you. We're going to Melbourne. So most people have heard of Melbourne. It's just one of the bigger cities in Australia, and we're going to have Christmas there with my husband's family. And but I still have to do some of the client work that I have to do, because a lot of it is posting people's social media and organising that. So the next 2 days for me, apart from finishing up the challenge with you guys, is actually all about trying to create. So I've got a plan already for what kind of posts that these businesses put up on Facebook, and what they put up each day. We have like themes and things like that. It's kind of all organised and kind of cool. And then we do a couple of sporadic things around it too. But what I'm going to do is create a whole bunch of the images. I'd like to create 2 weeks worth, but I don't know that I'll have time. When you're putting 2 to 3 images up for 3 or 4 accounts, it's suddenly like, that's a lot of images to try and, create all at once and make them all very special. So, but I will try and create quite a few to get it started, and I'll upload buffer as well. So all the stuff that I talked to you about, I do quite a bit for my own business, but I'm also doing it for other people's businesses as well. So it works. It does mean that when I get to Melbourne, I'll be able to spend more time with my family, and I won't have to sit in front of the computer for any more than 5 or 10 minutes here and there. And because some of the accounts that I update are Instagram, just have to press a couple of buttons on my phone once or twice a day, and that'll be about it. So, but I'll still get paid every week. So that's the sort of thing that you could do. Technically I could even be away and run my whole business from my phone because I can create those images there. It's a little bit more tricky with the images, but it's all possible. Or you could do a lot of the prep work on your computer first, like I'm going to try and do in the next few days, and then just kind of manage it from your phone, which is what I'll be doing. So anyway, I'll just give you that. It's a little bit of insight into some of the things that you can do if you decide you really like that kind of thing, especially in social media. There's lots of opportunities for people who need help with social media. Anyway, so Frankie says, enjoy my vacation, and you're also doing some Christmas cards. That's good. I really should make shortbread as well. And what else? And we've got Christmas carols on the weekend and Christmas barbecues, and because we're going away, the family that I have here, my family, are pretty keen on seeing us, so having a big barbecue for that. So Christmas barbecue, and we've got my daughter's graduation. She's finishing, I think I told you the other day, we call it, she's finishing high school, so the whole, she's getting a spray tan, she's getting her hair done, she's getting makeup done, she's getting nails, and not to mention the dress and the shoes, and it's just yes, everything happens at once at this time of year, and I'm sure you've already noticed that because it's happening in your life as well. So well done for everyone who even watches these videos, let alone ever did something. So certainly Frankie's followed along and actually done a lot of things. So well done, Frankie, and I hope you had a fantastic vacation too. But I will be back tomorrow, and I'll see on the weekend whether I come on. I'll see how I go. Just as a Merry Christmas to everyone. Or I might even do it next week from Melbourne. I might give you a live walkthrough in Melbourne. I should do some things like that. That's kind of fun. Take you with me when I'm doing something cool like that. Anyway. All right, I'm going to go because I need to get some things done, as I just told you. Trying to give you some insight into my life and how it works. Hopefully it helps. So if you watched this all the way to the end, thank you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow, and do something. If you want to put up an image, we'd love to see it. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm trying to think to do something a little bit more Christmassy. So we'll see. All right. Take care, and thanks for being here, Frankie. And thanks for watching, everyone else. All right.